Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's talk about knowledge bases in Amazon Bedrock. In the last video, I created this getting started with Amazon Bedrock. If you have just landed in this particular video, which is about the knowledge bases, I highly recommend you to watch my previous video so that you get the overall idea of what is Amazon Bedrock and how to use the models and create a simple chat UI using Chainlit and LangChain, right? So how the video will proceed for this particular video is I will first show you, or I will first explain you why Bedrock, because there were some questions related to that. Why use Bedrock, right? That is one question I will be answering. And the next one is why knowledge base, or what is knowledge bases. And third one is how to create a simple knowledge base from the AWS console itself and ask the questions on top of your documents. These are the steps that I'm going to cover. If you are into this kind of things, then let's get started. Okay, first thing first, there was some question about why Amazon Bedrock, right? The overview here clearly identifies or explains why Amazon Bedrock, right? It is a fully managed service that makes foundational models from leading AI startups and Amazon available via an API. So you can choose from a wide range of foundation models to find the model that is best suited for your use cases, right? Imagine that you want to use different models for your application, and in Amazon Bedrock itself there are different providers. So just to show you in this higher level things, so there is this base models, right? And there is this providers. If you go to the providers, you can see there are different providers. There is AI21 Labs, there is Amazon itself, Anthropic, Cohere, Meta, Mistral AI, and so on. If you want to go to all of those platforms and get the API, you need to have different API keys and you need to go and log in to different services. But here with just your account in AWS, you might have your data also already there, and also you might be using some additional resources here. If you can integrate the AI models already in the same platform, then that is a huge win-win situations, right? You don't need to manage so much of the resources, and that is where the most time is spent to create a good infrastructure for us to work with the services. I hope that answers your question why Amazon Bedrock, right? Now let's go to the today's topic, that is the knowledge bases. So you can see here the knowledge bases, there is some announcement, but how it works is I will just show you one figure here. I think it is somewhere here. I have opened this somewhere, maybe this one. Yeah, this is the custom chatbots for documents that I have been showing you in my previous videos. So this is simple RAG application. If you can see here on the left side, there is a PDF. We extract pages of the PDFs, we split that into different chunks. We use the embedding API, embedding model, let's say in that way, to do the embeddings and store that into some vector databases. And then we ask the question and it is going to extract the relevant information from that particular knowledge base, and the LLM provides the answer. So all this workflow, you can imagine this as a knowledge base in AWS Bedrock, or let's say Amazon Bedrock. So that is the simple things. As you can see here also, it says how it works is chat with your document. That is what I just showed you. Upload the chat, create a knowledge base, test the knowledge base, use the knowledge base. Before going here and create the knowledge bases, first we need to have some data stored somewhere, right? So for that, what we are going to do is on the top bar here, you can search for S3, and this is S3 here, right? If you go right click here, it will be opening in the new tab, and you see here there is one only in the previous one I have created here. So this is a storage place, let's say in that way, simple, in a simple term. I will create a new bucket, so you can choose in different regions. And by the way, if you haven't watched my previous video, I recommend you to watch, because not all the services for Bedrock is available in all the regions. I'm using the North Virginia so that you know which region I'm using right now. So I will just say here the general purpose, and I will give here the name, okay, knowledge base, and I will give it YouTube for now. That is done. And other things, let's just keep as it is. You don't need to change any of these things, and we create the bucket. So we have something where we can upload some data, right? I will go inside this bucket. I will click the upload icon here, and again here add folders. You can even add the folders and files here. I will go with the add files, and here is the GPT for all PDF. So I'm going to take this paper, and now it is here, and you need to upload it. So it says uploading, and within a few seconds it is going to be uploaded. Upload successful. So you can see that there is a GPT for all PDF here. So now if I go back to the Bedrock, we can choose that S3 bucket when we create the knowledge bases. I hope now you get the idea of the data storage part. Now here I will just go, you can click either this one or then here, it's the same thing. We will create a knowledge base. So by default there is a name here. We can just keep as it is for now, but with the, I will just here add YouTube on the last, so I know for which reason I'm creating this. So there is the knowledge base description, and it says optional, but it's recommended to have some description so that just for idea also what is here, right? I can just say here, this is a knowledge base for GPT for all paper, but you can give more description also, and you can have up to 200 characters. And there is the IAM permissions that you need to have in AWS. I hope you know IAM kind of things. So I will be using here a new service, and the name is also already being created. Again, just for the purpose, I will give here YouTube, so I know what I am creating. So yeah, if you want, you can even give a tags, so that in the future, if you want to look some logs or whatever reason, you can just filter out via tags. But we don't need that. I will just click next, and here you can see that is the reason I'm saying US3, because here it says configure the data source, provide details to connect Amazon Bedrock to your S3 data source. Here also data source name, I will give here YouTube, and here it says this AWS account or other AWS account, so you can also bring from another AWS account, right? So this AWS account, and I can go here and find the path, or you can just click this browse S3. I will click this one, and you can see here KB YouTube. It finds that. You can already go here and use the folder, or you can go inside this and just choose the GPT for all PDF also. So I can go here and choose this one. You can see that it gives this path. Okay, you need to go to KB YouTube bucket. Inside that bucket, it is going to be using the GPT for all .pdf. So we now have the data source. So it says here add customer manage KMS key for S3. This is optional, so I'm not going to go through that. And also there are some advanced settings that you can go here and use different things, because one thing also might be interesting if you want to explore is the chunking strategy. I said you in my diagram before, you can have different chunking strategies being implied here. Here by default there is default chunking. So by default the knowledge base automatically splits your source data into chunks, each containing at most of 300 tokens. If a document contains less than 300 tokens, then it is not split any further. So again, if you don't have any idea or limited idea about the token things, you can watch my previous videos where I have explained the intensive videos in the RAG applications. I have explained there the better way of chunking also. And here is the fixed size chunking. So Amazon Bedrock splits your text into chunks of approximately fixed size. That is next option. And the next is no chunking. This means that this option is suitable if you have pre-processed your documents by splitting them into separate files and do not want Bedrock to further chunk your documents. Because let's say that you have 50 pages of some PDF files or any documents. You already did some splitting of the documents. You cleaned, pre-processed something. And now let's say you have, out of that 50 pages, you have 10 documents. You don't, let's say, don't need to split that into different chunks. But here we are just providing the PDF itself. Although there is not that many of the pages, we are going to go with the default chunking. This is a little bit of thinking that you need to implement. So that's why I'm taking some time to explain you what happens with the chunking strategy. And here it says data deletion policy. You can just choose any of this, retain or delete, based on your use cases. Again, if you want to have more data, you can go here and add, but I will say next. Now the next part, right, in the diagram, let me quickly show you so there is a reference for you. So here we have the PDF in S3 bucket. Extract pages of the PDF that is going to be done by Bedrock behind the scene. Split it into different chunks. That when we explain in the chunking strategy just now. And now we are going to go with the embeddings API, and later we will be following the vector database, right? That is the flow we are going here. So now I will go back here. Let me make this bigger. And now you can choose the different embedding models. So here there is the Titan text embeddings version 2. There is G1 text version 1.2 and Cohere English. This is the embed English and embed multilingual. So you can go and choose based on your use case. And you can see here there is this vector dimensions 1024. If you choose this one, it is 1024. If you go with this one, you can see by default it is 1536. So depending upon the different embedding models, there is different vector dimensions. I'm going to go with this Titan embeddings G1 text, but you can try with different models and see which one performs the best, right? And now what we can do is vector database, the next phase I was saying you. So here is many options here. Quick, create a new vector store. That is the recommended one. You can even choose a vector store you have created before. Let's say if you have created before some of the things, and now you can see here different options. It's not only the one provided by Amazon. There are many others also. If you see here, there is Pinecone. If you are using Pinecone separately, you can just plug in with Pinecone. You need to first, it says here, if you are a first time user, create a vector database by visiting the website. So you need to go to the Pinecone's website, create an account, and then provide the credentials and then configure it. And there is MongoDB Atlas also. There is Redis, Amazon Aurora, and other different things, but by default it is using the vector engine for Amazon open source serverless. But I'm going to go with the quick create a new one because I haven't created before, right? And others we don't need to go with this one. Again, based on your use cases, you can go and play around with different things here. I will go with the next. And now there is the review and create things, right? There is the details here. Tags, we haven't created any tags. This is the setup or database. Select embedding models and configure vector store, and then all the things are here. We can say create a knowledge base. So that is the all flow that I showed you in the diagram. So it is going to do all the things behind the scene now. So it is kind of a no code solution provided by Amazon. Of course, you can do this via the code also. You can use different programming languages which you are familiar with, but just in the beginning to understand how things work, and let's say you have some documents, you just want to go here and create a knowledge base and start querying on top of it. This is the really good way if you are already using AWS for your organization or for yourself to explore and whatnot. So it is taking some time to create knowledge base, and first time it takes a little bit of the time, but because you can see that we are creating the embeddings, we are creating the vector database also, and all things must be done under the hood, meaning that it will take some time, right? So it is going to take some time here. It says preparing the vector database now in Amazon open source serverless. So you can see it is creating in open source serverless. When this is creating, what we can do now is search for open source, right? And this is the Amazon open source service. I will right click and open in a new tab. So when this is being created, I can go to this open source service. If you go to the serverless, that is where we are creating our vector database. If you click this dashboard, so here are different things, you can just ignore that. So now if you see here, it's already a collection being created. So this is May 31st is today, 2024, and it is being creating phase. So it is showing you the real-time view here. If you click this refresh, once this is done, then you will have these collections. If you want to go and see what is the capacity management, indexing capacity, source capacity, and so on, you can see from here. Okay, now it is still in the creating. So you can see data access 1 and encryption, network access, and so on. And once this is done, what you can do is you can go inside the collection. Now it is still creating, but from here we can see other different things also. But now let's just see that it is creating here. Let's go back to our Bedrock knowledge base. So you can see that it is still being created here. I will get back to you once this is created. As you can see here, it's now completed. Amazon open source serverless vector database is ready. It took around 5 to 7 minutes for me, so be patient for that. And now if I go to the open source service here, you can see if I refresh this, it is active. The most important thing that you need to do after it is being created is you need to click this knowledge base that is just being created. Let me make this bigger one. You need to click this sync here. The sync meaning that now that is going to be synced with your data, and then only you can use that to test the knowledge bases. In the future, let's say you added some more documents in your data source, what you need to do is come here and then sync, so that it is being synced with the data source. This is being synced here, and now here we can test. If you go up here, it says here test, delete, and so on. Now if I go back to the knowledge bases, just to show you one more time, before we didn't have here anything, now we have the knowledge base. We can click on the knowledge bases, and if you go down here, there is the knowledge base here, and we can now test the knowledge base. You need to choose the model on top of the knowledge bases, right? Knowledge base is just the one that I just showed you, which creates the embedding and until the knowledge vector database part. But now we need to have a large language model in order to have those. Maybe it is easier if I show you the diagram again, because that is easiest thing that I can explain. Now until the knowledge base part, here I'm showing Pinecone, Fires, ChromaDB, but that is the open source for us. Now when we have the user asking the question goes to the embedding API, needs to be embedded, does the semantic search into the open source, and it provides the ranked top K results, and now that needs to be passed into the LLM, and then there is the answer, right? So that is the LLM now we need to choose, so that we can get the human readable answer out of the chatbot, right? So now I can go again to the Bedrock. I will make this bigger. I will choose the model. From here you can now choose different models. So here I have the Amazon. You can choose the Titan Text G1, or if you go to the Anthropic, you can choose different models from here. I will go with the Cloud A3 Haiku. I will go with this one. It is on demand. I will apply this. So now you can see there is the Cloud A3 Haiku, and configure your retrieval and responses. So we don't need to do that. But now here you can go and ask the questions. So the normal basic question that we do is hi, right? But there is nothing that is needed to be retrieved with the hi. Okay, sorry, I'm not able to assist you with this request, because we are going to just do the query out of the knowledge bases, right? But I will show you, this is the diagram, not the diagram, but this is the PDF, right? Where there is this GPT for all paper that I uploaded. So what I can ask here is, who are the authors of this paper, right? I will go here and I will ask, okay, who are the authors of the paper? Let's see if it provides the answer. And also, okay, sorry, I'm unable to assist you with this request. And one thing here is, I'm not showing you the correctness of the model, but how it works, right? As it says that I'm not able to assist, but what we can do, can you provide me the abstract? Let's see if it provides me some abstract or not. Okay, sorry, I'm not able to assist you with this request. So I don't know what is happening. It is not getting any answers. But let's go to the document and then ask some questions from here, right? So let's say, and let's go and say, what is GPT for all Snoozy, right? Oh, we should get some answer from here. I will say, what is GPT for all Snoozy? Let's see if it provides this answer or not. If not, okay, sorry, I'm not able to assist, meaning that probably it is not syncing again. So what we can do is, maybe let's clean this up, and I will refresh the page once again. Let me open this. I will refresh the page here, and let me see, by the way, what is happening in the open search. Here is the vector DB. there is the monitor. Okay, there is some spike here, meaning that it is going to the open source, and there is the indexes. So you can see here there is the Bedrock default index being created. Total document count is 32, and if I go inside here, you can see that okay, there is the Fires engine is being under the hood, and there are the different other things being included. Total document count is 32 here. So it should provide me the answer, right? But it is not providing, meaning that our open source is working here. Now again, let me go to the knowledge base, and here maybe I will ask again. Let me see if I need to provide anything here. No, I don't need Cloud 3 hike. Okay, let me go and just say here what is the same question I asked before, and I will say run. Now maybe it provides the answer. Okay, it provides the answer now, meaning that I need to have refreshed the page before. GPT-4 Snoozy is a language model developed as part of the GPT-4 All project, and it even shows you the resources. Right here it is taken from that PDF file. You can even go here and choose show resources, and it shows the source chunk 1 from where it is taking. There is source chunk 2, and also there is the metadata associated with it. So it is taking from this value is this PDF from S3 bucket, and now this is the source chunk 3. So that is the correct answer for us, right? What we can go here and maybe ask now, who are the authors of the paper? Let's see if it provides me the answer or not, right? It should provide now the answer, because okay, sorry, I'm not able to assist with you, meaning that you need to ask the questions related to it, but it does not know the authors. That's quite strange. And now let me go here and ask one more question, if it gets into it or not. What I can ask here is, let's say OpenAI released, okay, on March 14th, 2023, OpenAI released the GPT-4. So what I can ask is Control C. When was this released? When did OpenAI release GPT-4? Let's see if it provides the answer or not. I will run it. Okay, according to the search result, GPT-4 was released by OpenAI on March 14, 2023. I think that is the correct answer, right? It's March 14, 2023. So yeah, I hope you get the answer. You can see that when I asked who are the authors of the paper, it didn't get it. But if you ask the content of that particular thing, then it gets the answer. So yeah, just go here and play around with this particular basis. You can create the knowledge base and test the questions. Right, that is all for this video. And the next video, as I said you in my first video, I'm going to go and explain you what are the agents in Amazon Bedrock. So this is a little bit different concept, because there is agents discussion going on around now, that okay, agents are the future in the AI models, and there is also the agents here. How does the agents work, or what is agents, and how you can take the help of the agents from the Amazon Bedrock and take your chatbot, or let's say your applications, into the next level. So yeah, that will be the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.